Hey guys, Sean C. Phillips with a brand new DVD Blu-ray Tuesday shop video today. They're going to go out today, see what things came out today, see what things are on sale. Today, though, before we talk about the new releases coming out, I want to let you guys know some really exciting, really big news. This is something I've been waiting to share, for the date for a really long time to be able to announce about this. But the film that I directed, the horror comedy film Desert Fiends, which stars Scout Taylor Compton, Eric Roberts, Bai Ling, Spencer Breslin, Tom Arnold. The film is going to be releasing on VOD, DVD and Blu-ray December 10th. So it'll be coming out, just a little over a month from now. We'll be releasing. So excited now. Like I said, I'm so excited for you guys to see this movie. This is like, out of everything I've ever done, this is the movie that you guys need to see. It's the craziest thing I've ever done. It is just absolutely crazy. So I really am just so excited this movie is releasing. And basically, it's right now available to pre-order on iTunes. That's the first place that it goes up for pre-order. And the December 10th, it will be going on to like Amazon Prime, Fandango at Home, Google Play, all the other streaming things. And then as well for rental on, Comcast On Demand, things like that. So to be in the video on demand sections to rent as well. And then later on down the line, it starts going on to other platforms like Tubi and stuff like that, but it goes for rental first. But basically, guys, the big thing right now is the pre-order we have going on iTunes. And the way that it works is the more people that pre-order it during this period of time before it releases December 10th, the better it gets placed on the where they kind of, display it on iTunes and like the horror areas and stuff like that. And it also helps for placement on the other platforms as well. So that's the one big thing you guys could really do as a huge help is you guys can pre-order the film through iTunes, and I'll have a link below, and you guys can also see the trailer for the film as well, the newest updated trailer that we have as well for Gravitas. But today, though, new release-wise, there's a lot of things coming out. The one coming out today is The Crow, the Crow remake releases, as well as M. Night Shyamalan's film Trap comes out today. It Ends With Us releases. Kevin Smith's new movie, The 4:30 movie. Now, with that, there's a really cool steelbook I'm going to show you guys at the end of this video, which is an Amazon exclusive. And then Blink Twice comes out, as well as 1992 comes out today as well. So a lot of releases today, so pretty big release week. So hopefully we see this stuff out. And a lot of these things should be in Walmart, so we shall see. And like I said, guys, you guys can check out the link below for the iTunes pre-order for my film Desert Fiends. But anyway, though, guys, let's get going and see what we can find today. Into Target we go. So we'll see if in the front, I saw they have these now, those like toy guides and stuff for the things coming out for Christmas and stuff. Seems to be a lot of people here in the front now in the $1, $3, and $5 spot. It looks like they're kind of stocking some stuff, some newer pillows and things here and stuff as well. But yeah, it seems kind of busier here today and stuff. This is a newer thing here too. A little $3 little magic kit. So that's kind of cool on here as well. And then, the thing we always do too is we have to come to the area where the movies used to be, and let's see what they've changed out here. These are new. They put like these Christmas books. These are like those named Christmas books, which says like Alexander, and they like have your name added throughout it and stuff. And then here in the books in the front, let's see, anything new changed? I don't think so. I don't think there's anything different from the last time I looked, but we'll head over to, the toys, see anything new over there. But of course, like, there's no movies to look at, but I like to see the toys and the newer stuff that comes in too, though. But yeah, it doesn't look like anything new back here, though, from what I can tell. It's this one, it seems like this area back here is a lot of the time the same. I don't see them change out things too much in here. Some of the Target locations, though, they have like a toy section that goes all the way back to here, more of the specialty NECAs and stuff like that. They do have a spillover area with a few more, though, so we'll see if there's anything else. I know some people go, oh, why do you come to Target if they don't have movies? But I like to show the toys and the other different things that come out as well. I feel like these videos really are just kind of what I do on Tuesday, and just kind of like looking at the new stuff in the stores and stuff like that. And we still have Barnes & Noble, which is a newer place to look at now, because they seem to be getting way more than they used to, at least some of the locations. And of course, Walmart, I feel like is getting getting more and more things now. But yeah, in here though, they do have the Bigfoots in here. I already had found that one, those ones. And then this is a newer one for Wizard of Oz. It's a pretty cool one of the Scarecrow. I've never seen that one though, so that's cool. But yeah, this is the spillover section I was mentioning, and it has more stuff in here. Like that Godzilla thing there, I don't remember seeing. Great for Dead figure over here. They have random Super 7 ones you see kind of pop up in here. Not too many. Usually I find with Super 7s, when they come in, they end up selling like so fast. It's almost like some people just kind of buy them all up. It's very weird, but it's only with the Super 7 figures. They're like gone before you even know it in here. And I think that Thundercats one I don't remember seeing either. It's kind of a funny Bowser one here. In here too, they have these ghosts that they're really trying to get rid of, and they're 90% off in here. It's like, look at how many of these ghosts there are. It's like this many, but they've gone down to 90% off. I was in here a couple of days ago, and I think they were 60% off. So, but look at how many are left. It's basically like, please take these. Please take these ghost pillows. But man, you do not see things go down to 90% off very often. That's about as low as it can get. Here's some more leftover like cake mixes and frosting. Beast bars though are doing so bad. I mean, like, I've seen so many places have it like this with this many left over of them and everything too. So crazy. I think this probably will be the end of the Feastables, because the amount of that I've seen that haven't sold is really not good. Because I mean, it's like that everywhere I've noticed with those. But yeah, there's but like I said, 90% off. That is, I don't know if all Targets are like that with those ghosts, but if you want ghost pillows, you can get a whole ton of them for very, very, very cheap. I don't know what they actually ring up as though if they were 90% off. So it looks like they started at $10. So yeah, then $1. So yeah, $1, I guess, for these little ghost pillows if you want them. Into Walmart we go. So we're gonna head back now. I have not peeked yet or anything, so I have no clue if things were switched out today or not. So sometimes when you walk like this, you can kind of like peek a little bit through here. So I usually like do this. Oh no, uh-oh. Well, I think oh no, I see some things. Yeah, see, it's like, kind of like a few items, kind of here and there. So it's like I see the crow, and the ends with us I don't see. I see the DVD of Trap, and then other than that, that's new, I see Afraid. Oh yeah, Afraid. That was one of the other ones that came out today. I forgot that was releasing today. And then let's see if in the actual case, oh look, it's all like Rapture today. Let's see what was supposed to be here. Like Blink Twice, Last Breath, Apartment 7A, Strange Darling, Orphan Black, Someone Like You, You Gotta Believe, 4:30 movie, South Park. So yeah, there was a bunch of stuff, but yeah, though, I'll have to hopefully go to another location and see some of the stuff out today. Like, I don't know what that Last Breath one is, and that Apartment 7A, I think that might be a horror one. But yeah, I feel like today was just like one of those days, not a lot of stuff's out. I don't know how like some of these random ones found their way out. Like I said, the one random crow, and that's it though. What are these things? These Minecraft, oh, like charging cords and stuff like that. The new movie too, I'm actually looking forward to that because it's directed by Jared Hess, you know, who's director of Napoleon Dynamite. So it should be kind of weird. That's what I'm really hoping, is it's very, very strange and stuff like that. And they have this stuff out here for Christmas, like the whole Christmas setup. They usually switch out to these ones like Rudolph, Christmas, you know, Grinch Stole Christmas, Christmas Vacation, Home Alone. And then they have up here too this 2-movie set with the Cat in the Hat, and there's Spencer Brez on the back. He was the star of my movie Desert Fiends. As I was telling you guys, you can pre-order that now on iTunes. But always cool to see that movie put out and everything, like always, you know, for Christmas and stuff. They have a whole lot more of these things, these weird like Fuggler, the funny ugly monster things, and there are a whole bunch of different ones of these ones now. But we'll see. Different here. See some squish barrel thing here. Let's see. And then this sort of is like older, this Inside Out thing. They must have like just found this Inside Out 2 thing, because I feel like that probably was the kind of thing that would have been out more when the movie, you know, was in theaters and stuff. Sometimes I've noticed that like they have little like bins and things like that they end up bringing out a little bit later. but not looking like anything too different. There's supposed to be some more Simpsons figures coming out soon. I've seen some pictures. I don't know for sure when they're going to be releasing though, but doesn't look like anything different turtle wise. Or they brought back, like every so often they get the older ones back out again. Like they kind of come and go, I've noticed, like the the reissue ones and stuff. So it's kind of funny how they're out for a little bit and they go away and they come back out for sale again. Well, we are now inside of another Target. This is one of the 3-floor ones. It's inside of a mall. So we'll see if this one came out to this other area, because I'm going to go to the Walmart where they don't lock up the movies too, and hopefully I have 2 more ones I can look at. One that has like a smaller section and one where they don't lock up the movies, and hopefully that one will have everything out so we can see everything, because there definitely is a lot of things releasing today. So hopefully you can see the stuff, and some of the stuff too, I don't even know what some of the ones are, so I want to see the cases and stuff. So hopefully that Walmart will have put things out. This one though is the one I was telling you guys that has the biggest of all the toy sections. Like, I don't know what it is with this one, but it's like so much larger. You see it comes from here all the way down to there, and then they have all the cards and stuff. But like I was saying, this is the one where you see some of the random Super 7 like reaction ones that go very quickly in the other locations, like this Plan 9 from Outer Space, Thundercats, Busy World, Richard Scarry. Like most of these ones you don't see at all in some of the other locations. This is cool. I don't think I remember seeing this Megan Funko Pop one. I think that might be a newer one, but this one too usually gets a lot more of those itty bitty things too, like these. Like for some reason this is the one Target that gets like every single one of these imaginable. You don't see these in most of the other locations, like Up, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer one, the Simpsons Quickie Mart, bunch of different ones. This one's kind of interesting too. It's like Hogwarts Castle for Harry Potter, and you can like get all the itty bitty ones and like put them in the different levels and stuff like that. But yeah, nothing too different as far as I can tell. Trying to make sure I don't miss anything. Oh yeah, this is I don't think I saw this Nosferatu one. Let me see what's behind here. Is a few more. Let's see, Parks and Recreations, Turtles, Thundercats. And they actually, though, have the Megan. I already had found this one. Everything falls when you... the things are always put in these things in such a way that's like falls everywhere. But they actually have this one in here, too. And I found this one at another location, but really cool NECA, Megan one here. Into Barnes & Noble we go. Now we'll see though what they have in here today. But yeah, though, in here I'm already noticing more things, like It Ends With Us. They have that. They have Blink Twice on Blu-ray. So it's 30% off. So the prices are high though. So it's 30% off of 40. So then you take that off. So I don't know what it ends up being. I guess it ends up taking off like down to like 30 or something like that. And they have Blink Twice, that's 35 or 30% off. And they have also what was the other one? That was Orphan Black. They have that, as well as Trap as well. That's 35 or 30% off in here. Yeah, in here they actually have that Apartment 7A as well. So that was basically the Rosemary's Baby like TV show type thing that they had for, I think it was on Paramount Plus. So they have that as well for 25. So it seems like I said, this is the place to come to, because it seems like they really do get all the stuff. Into the second Walmart we go. We'll see though if this one has anything out, movie wise. And the other location though is the bigger one section wise, and should have everything out. We shall see though. Sometimes the stuff isn't, but we shall see. But we'll see first what this one has though. Yeah, this one made like a whole big tree thing with all of the inside out plushes and stuff like that. But we'll see, like I said, anything different in this one. This one is like, I sometimes come across some different Steelbooks at this location randomly. Surprisingly enough, it's like a smaller movie section, but weirdly enough, they've had better selections of Steelbooks and stuff like that though. But we'll go over there and see, if there's anything, in here whatsoever. Let's see. So you can see the Steelbook thing right there. So let's see. Well, it looks like this one though has out. Oh, so that's cool. I didn't even know there's going to be a Crow Steelbook. So there's a Crow Steelbook they have, and for $34.96 for that one. Very hard to put back. See how it's like? See these things? It's like look at this. See, when people say can't put it back, look, it's like It's really strange. It's very, I don't know. But they have The Crow. They have It Ends With Us for $24.96. The DVD's $19.96. And looks like they only have Afraid on DVD for $19.96. And then let's see. Over here on the side, some more of the Christmas holiday ones. Let's see, though. Down here, anything different that this one has? Yeah, it doesn't look. See, if you guys can see, though, this one's got a much smaller section. It kind of has this area here, and then pretty much, yeah, I think that's kind of, oh yeah, and then like a little bit more like overflow stuff down here, though. Into the third and final Walmart we go. It's funny, in this Walmart, they like have like a cutout. I don't know if it's a guy that actually works in this exact Walmart, but that's definitely funny. I don't remember ever seeing like a cardboard cutout of like that. Maybe it's almost like an employee of the month thing, and it's like, yes, you're the employee of the month, they make a cardboard cutout of you or something. Which would be kind of funny if that's what they're doing, maybe. I doubt it, though, but we'll head back, though, to the movies. And like I said, this one has a big selection, and the stuff isn't locked up, so we shall see. Hopefully the stuff is out. All right, so we are heading back. I'm trying to see if I see empty spaces. It looks like pretty filled up, so let's see. No, I'm seeing things. I think I'm seeing things out. So I'm seeing they have the Crow Steelbook. They have a Trap. Let's see. Now, let's see, though, in the actual area in here, if they have any of the stuff filled. Oh, yeah, see? All the stuff is in here. So 1992. This is one of the, I think this was actually the last Ray Liotta one he did before he passed away. And then they have Strange Darling. They only have the DVD of that one. I saw that in theaters, though, and really, really like this one a lot. So definitely would recommend you guys pick that one up. And they do have the 4:30 movie here on Blu-ray for $17.96 for that one. This one, though, The Last Breath, I have to look this one up, though. This one looks kind of interesting. I have to see if there's a Blu-ray of this one available as well. Anyway, though, guys, that was all for my brand new DVD Blu-ray Tuesday shopping video today. Like I always say, if you guys enjoy these shopping videos, definitely give this video a thumbs up. Also, in the comments below, though, let me know what you guys picked up on DVD, Blu-ray, or 4K if you guys end up picking up anything today. Also, be sure you guys can check out the link below for the iTunes pre-order for my film, Desert Fiends. And this past weekend, though, I did see a couple of different films. I saw the newest Venom movie, which I will say, I didn't like Venom, the second Venom, very much. I feel like that one kind of like, overall, a lot of people didn't like that one very much. This new one, though, I thought was way more fun, and I really liked it. I definitely did. And then I saw Liam Neeson's new movie, that Absolution, and that one, it's from the same director who did Cold Pursuit, but not a lot of people went to this one. This one kind of like went really under the radar, and it really wasn't bad. I know, what's funny about Liam Neeson, though, is he's always saying, like, you know, oh, next year it's going to be the end for me doing action films. But honestly, it's kind of like with Kevin Smith when he was saying, you know, I'm done directing movies, I'm podcasting only. And then he came back to doing the movies. It's sort of like Liam Neeson always says that, I'm done. And like, honestly, I feel like he said that after the third Taken movie. And he just keeps saying it. And honestly, it is like he just keeps doing them. So I really do wonder if he actually is going to stop next year, or he's just going to keep saying that forever. That's one of those things I really wonder. And the other movie that I saw was the new Robert Zemeckis movie with Tom Hanks, called Here. I'll tell you guys, that one, the reviews have been pretty negative for it. And I will say, I didn't absolutely love that. I mean, the best comparison is It's a Great Big Beautiful Tomorrow. It's kind of like that Disney World ride a little bit, the way it plays out and the way... But like, some of the acting is not the greatest. Like, Paul Bettany's acting in some of the areas was really over the top and stuff. Like, I don't know. I feel like anybody would see it with some of it in there. There was just a little and some of the emotional arcs and stuff in it were not working very well. I don't know. And then they would follow around certain people, and you wouldn't get to know about the family very well. It was basically all what happened in this house, and it's all from the same perspective in the living room throughout all the years. And like, Tom Hanks's when he was there, and then this other family, and I don't know, it's like the Lazy Boy guy. I wish they followed a little more on that too. I don't know, it's just didn't love that one. If you guys saw it, though, let me know what you guys thought of it. But anyway, though, guys, now stay tuned for the brand new DVD, Blu-ray, and 4K reviews. And the first one I got here from Shout Factory Scream Factory line. Now, this was a really fun movie here called Frankie, Freako. Now, this one, I would say the best comparison would be the Garbage Pail Kids movie. It like the way the characters look and everything really remind me of the Garbage Pail Kids, and it's kind of like has that kind of vibe to it a little bit. And the director of this also did Psycho Gorman. I really like the director's other films. He also originally first started doing films with Troma. I think it was like Father's Day. I think he directed it or was one of the producers or involved with that. I think that was one of the first ones, but I know he had started with Troma. But this is a really fun movie. It's basically, though, this guy sees like one of those late night kind of things on, to call, and it's like call Frankie Freako, and basically he calls this number, and it becomes like not a good thing by him calling it, and it's like everything, the Frankie Freako and his friends come around, and it becomes crazy. This is a really, like I said, really ridiculous, very, very 80s style, very fun movie here. This one has on here a commentary track on here, has behind the scenes on here, conversation with the actors, Frankie's Freako Funtime phone a commercial on here, and then it's the antique connoisseur segment and trailers as well on this one. The next one here, this one was from Lionsgate. Now, this one I saw in theaters as well, and this is Kevin Smith's new film. And this is a really, really cool steelbook for this one. Now, this is the 4K Ultra HD steelbook, which includes the 4K, the Blu-ray, and the digital copy of Kevin Smith's new movie, The 4:30 Film. And I saw that, like I said, I saw this one in theaters, and I thought this was a really, really fun film. It was definitely the most, like, I feel like in a strange way, kind of like the most grown-up film that he's done in a very, very long time. And it was like, and it was also like, I could tell, and I had read too, that he wanted this movie to be PG-13, but then like the jokes just wouldn't pass for PG-13. But this is one of those movies that I feel like, honestly, it's sort of almost more of a PG-13. It's not like real dirty or anything like that. I'm surprised that he couldn't get it appealed, honestly, because I think it was just some of the jokes wouldn't appeal. Because I always remember back in the day with one of those movies that was like famous for appealing was 50 First Dates. I think that one, The Animal, and movies that got originally R rating and then they appealed it. But this was basically, though, this is basically about the one kid, and it's basically he's going to the movies, and he's going there going to meet up with this one girl that he likes. And there's a problem, though, because they're not old enough to go to it, so it's this whole thing about how they're going to figure out how they're going to get in. And beforehand, him and his friends are all at the theater seeing another movie beforehand, and it's basically just like all these sort of problems that happen. Like, for some weird reason, the movie was reminding me so much of that episode of, Rocko's Modern Life, when Rocko goes to the movie theaters. Like, I don't know why, but for some reason, like, I almost felt like Kevin Smith was like thinking of that Rocko's Modern Life in the back of his head a little bit when he was writing this. Like, I have no idea why, but like I kept thinking of that, like Rocko's Modern Life, because that was one of my favorite episodes of Rocko when he goes to the movies. Like, I don't know why, I always loved that. And this one too, it kind of reminded me of a little bit, because it was all set in the theaters. There was one movie that the director of Hobgoblins made that was all like Blood Theater or something. It was all in the theaters. I kept thinking of that one too, because literally the whole movie is pretty much all in the movies. I like this one. Another movie that was all in the theaters too was Demons. But great movie, really, really fun. And like I said, just definitely worth checking out. It has on here a comedy track with Kevin Smith. Has a making of on here and a theatrical trailer. And I'll show you guys a look, though, at the steelbook. When you open it up like this, it's like a VHS. It has on here like the sticker on the cover. Really cool steelbook. And here's a look, though, inside. But definitely worth checking out. And I feel like this is probably one of the first, and also too, it's kind of embossed back here, so you can kind of feel the tape thing on it too. But I think this may be Kevin Smith's first ever steelbook. I don't know, but I think it might. I don't know. No, there might have been something for Clerks 2. May have been for Clerks 2. The next one here is another steelbook here. Now, this is from Lionsgate as well. And this is a movie that I have both versions to show you guys, though. The 4K steelbook and then the standard 4K of the film Borderlands, which was directed by Eli Roth. And if you guys know me, I've always been a huge fan of Eli Roth. I always remember, too, in film school, like not film school, in 12th grade, when it was like a film class, and they were talking about like your favorite movies. And I remember I brought up my favorite one, like my top one, I said Cabin Fever. And I remember everyone in the class gave me these weird looks. And that was when I kind of knew I liked different movies, and I had like my own type of things that I really, really liked. And that's when I sort of knew, because I started bringing up other things like It's Pat, Clifford, the weird things that the movies that I really like. But this movie, I thought this was a very fun movie. I never played the game, so I don't have a whole, connection to the game or know anything about that really. But I thought it was just very fun, and it's kind of hard to explain. They're basically going to try to rescue the one girl, the one, I can't remember who her character was, but like the daughter of the powerful, basically someone who's powerful, like her daughter was missing. They had to try and rescue her, and it was kind of a whole thing of getting her and stuff. And Kevin Hart's in the movie, you know, as well as Jack Black. But like I said, I thought it was a really fun movie. I think it's definitely worth checking out. And I've always loved, you know, Eli Roth movies. This one has on here, though, the Borderlands from Game to Screen, making of, some featurettes on here, Fashion Accent on Pandora, high-tech tech hellscapes on here, featurette as well. And then the other one here, I actually saw this in theaters, too. And this is the 4K Ultra HD edition. This is from Lionsgate as well. This is the remake of Crow. And I won't lie to you guys, I've watched every single Crow, you know, that there's ever been. I've watched, like, you know, all of the many sequels that they've done. You know, Eddie Furlong played the Crow once in some of the later ones. So I've pretty much, I have watched like everything they've ever had for the Crow. So I was looking forward to seeing this one. But to me, though, when I really think of the best Crow, it was Brendan Lee. And it was kind of like, I don't know if we needed to remake this, you know, but I do like the some of the stuff that they added. I like that you have way more to the girlfriend, and you know, I thought that FKA Twigs did a really good job in this. So I like the expansion in that aspect, you know, and that as well. But I didn't like the Crow as much. Like the Crow itself, the character wasn't as cool and like interesting as in the original movie. I don't know. That's the one thing I just thought, but it is worth watching. It's not like one of those things where I'd say, don't bother watching this whatsoever. It is worth looking at. It has on here, though, Love and Loss, The Making of the Crow, Dead Romance, the score on here, Reborn Through the Revenge, main title sequence on here, a tribute to Edward R. Pierceman, deleted scenes and a theatrical trailer on this one here as well. The next one here, this one is from Warner Brothers. And I saw this one in theaters too, and I like this movie. This was, you know, Zoe Kravitz directed this movie. It's a movie here called Blink Twice, and it stars Channing Tatum, Kristen Slater, Simon Rex, Kyle MacLachlan. Really great cast in here. Lisa Skelwatt. You know, basically though, it's an interesting kind of movie. It's basically people are all kind of together for this sort of party kind of thing on this island, and basically there's just something really off about it. And like the girls there are kind of forgetting things. There's sort of like the things they're not remembering. There's just something very peculiar about this island and the people there and everything. It's a really interesting movie. It's one of those things too. It's like kind of a slow build up to what's going on and everything. But I like this one. It's kind of like, I guess that kind of feel of like a movie like Very Bad Things, a little bit, that kind of feel to it. The next one here, this is from Warner Brothers as well, and this is M. Night Shyamalan's new film, Trap, which I really like this movie. This one, you know, it's not as much like, you know, I don't feel like his movies nowadays are as much like, back in the day, it was so much on like, the twist. The twist was always like the biggest thing. There was always like so much talk about that. What will the twist be? Well, I don't feel like he's going in that direction as much nowadays, where it's like that's the whole kind of almost, I think later throughout the movies he was doing, they kind of became almost like the selling point would be what were the twists. And I feel like now he's not worrying about that as much and just kind of having the movie have twist things throughout it and things like that. And this is basically, though, stars Josh Hartnett, who did an incredible job in this movie. And I'm so glad too that like he's now like back and like, you know, it's you know, back to in big things again and stuff, because I've always been a fan of him, and he always, you know, I think one of the first things I remember seeing him in was The Faculty, but I always was a fan of him, so I'm glad that he's kind of now back again and everything. And this is basically, though, Josh Hartnett goes to this concert with his daughter, and you know from the trailer that they show you that his character is something is not good about him. And you know that they're looking for somebody at this concert, and the trailer's making it seem that it's his character. And it's basically what is going on, you know, who is he really, and everything. It is a really, really interesting movie. And I thought it was really well done. I like the setting. I like the kind of build up of what was going on and just the way that it was shot and everything. But I think it's probably M. Night's best movie in a very long time. I would say that it was just the best film that just felt like a really, really rewatchable, well-made movie. It has on here, though, a making of on here, deleted scenes, and an extended concert scene on here as well. And the next one I got here is from Sony. It's a movie here which stars Blake Lively called It Ends With Us. And this is a movie where I didn't know too much going into it, like what I was going to think of this movie and if I was going to like it. And I'll say I liked this movie a lot more than I was expecting. And basically, it's kind of about like Blake Lively's character. And you kind of see in the beginning flashbacks to the first person that she was dating, this guy that she kind of met at school. And he kind of had like, you could tell there's some things about him and stuff, but she was somebody that she really did like him. And then it cuts to her now meeting this guy, and basically it's kind of about their relationship and how they first meet, and how, like, at first she kind of doesn't want to date him and everything, but basically it's one of those things where you find out there was some stuff with her father, and how her father was not a great person, and like some of the stuff about the person she's dating kind of could be like her father, and it's like one of those sort of things about like abuse and things like that, and like people controlling and all of that. Very, very well done film here. Like I said, I really like this one. Definitely worth checking out. Like I said, this one here is called It Ends With Us. The other one here, which is from Sony as well, and I really like this movie. This one is called Afraid, and this one, stars John Cho, and it's basically, though, about this family that moves into this new house, and it's kind of like, Smart House. It's basically one of those houses that has like a kind of a security system that can kind of talk to you. It's almost like in the Alien ship, where it's like the mother talking and stuff like that. They made a movie too. I always forget what it was called, but I remember it was like in the early 90s. I think the USA used to always play it, about like a house, and there was like some robotic arm in the house, and I remember it like killed somebody in the house. I always remember that movie, and I always forget what it was called, and I think they like parodied it on The Simpsons. But basically, though, they kind of move into this house, and it's kind of like the system is kind of almost at first tries to wants to help them, and then things start to get very weird, and the system kind of becomes controlling, the security system in the house, and starts kind of like getting into their lives and messing with people around them and everything. Really interesting movie. Definitely worth checking out. This one has on here deleted extended scenes on here, including an alternate ending, and they feature out on here The Dark Side of AI on this one. And the next ones here, these ones are all from moviezing.com, and I'll have a link below where you guys can order these ones for the best price. And this one is from Paramount. Now this one is, I'm so glad now this one is, this show is finally available for the first time, the complete series here on Blu-ray. They were releasing this in some single seasons in the past, but I think they only released up till season 2, and then they didn't release any more of them. So I'm so glad now we finally have a full collection here. This is I Love Lucy, the complete series here on Blu-ray. And this is one of those shows that when I think about when I was a little kid and early some of the first sitcoms that I ever remember watching, this was the one that I watched so many times, especially I remember too when they started releasing it on VHS. I love the episodes when it was Lucy and the whole group driving cross country to California for Ricky to be on that show and stuff. And that's the one of my favorite ones. That whole season, I don't know what it was about it. They had a road trip and they were staying in those weird hotels and stuff. So I've watched some of those specific episodes so many times throughout the years. And then even the ones that were later when they ended up moving out to the country, I like some of those ones, when they built the barbecue and stuff like that. So this is one of those shows that I've watched so many times throughout the years. I'm so glad, like I said, that it's now available. It has on here, though, feature-wise, original I Love Lucy pilot on here, production notes, photo galleries, my favorite husband radio episodes, flubs, commentary tracks on select episodes, original broadcast versions of select episodes colorized, the I Love Lucy movie, Christmas rebroadcast footage, CBS on I segments, and more. So lots of features on here. I'll show you guys, though, a look at how the discs are in here, too. So it's, like I said, a lot of discs. How many discs was it in here? It's 194 episodes. Was it 30 discs or something that I had read? I don't know for certain how many, but like I said, here's a look, though, at how the discs are inside of the case as well. But like I said, if you guys are a fan of this show, it's now finally available, the complete series on Blu-ray. The next one here, this is from Movie Zing as well. This is also from Sony. This is a movie which stars Jason Schwartzman and Carol Kane called Between the Temples. I'll say, too, I wish Jason Schwartzman would come back and be on that. He used to have a radio show that he would do, playing interesting music and stuff. I used to love that. I don't think it's on anymore, as far as I know, unless it's on real randomly. But I used to always love that. And I always remember years back, I was at some sort of I can't remember what the store was, and it's 2014 or something. And I always remember Jason Schwartzman was there for some sort of a signing or something, and he was getting ready to leave. And I came in there with my dad and brother and everything. I remember Jason Schwartzman was like this. Literally, it was this staring thing. I always remember, and I look back like this, and it was this staring thing nonstop. And I was I couldn't figure out, did he see, me talk about one of his movies or something? I was one of those really, really weird things I always remembered. But, so I've always been a fan of him, though. But I always remember that, though. That kind of a funny thing. But this is basically, though, Jason Schwartzman's character, and he's very depressed, and he's kind of he's kind of having all these sort of issues in his life and everything like that, and things are not really going well for him. And it's basically kind of about him trying to get things figured out, and he meets Carol Kane, they kind of become friends, and she kind of tries to help him. But it's one of those movies about somebody just kind of trying to get their life figured out while they're going through all these problems and everything. Has a commentary track on here with the director, Carol Kane and Jason Schwartzman, as well as a trailer on this one. The other one here from Movie Zing and also from Sony is one called Classified, which stars Aaron Eckhart and Abigail Breslin. And basically, though, it's about Aaron Eckhart's character, who's kind of like a CIA kind of agent, and basically he's going and doing certain missions, and he gets kind of sent, the way that he gets sent, it's almost like an Inspector Gadget thing. He's like, he gets sent in these classifieds for the things that he's sent on these missions. It's kind of how he gets them delivered, like where to go and what to do. And basically he comes to find out that the person that he thought he was getting these orders from has been dead all these years, and it's basically like it's somebody else. And basically he comes to find his daughter, who tracks him down, and basically it's him kind of trying to find out who exactly is been giving him these orders and kind of finding and tracking down the person here. Really interesting movie here. Like I said, this is one here called Classified. The other one here is from Universal. This is one that I got to see in theaters as well. This is a really good movie, kind of like mid-90s a little bit, kind of like that style movie. It's a movie here called Dee, and it's basically, though, about this kid who's really into skateboarding, and it's kind of like that's his big thing, and he really wants to kind of become friends with other skateboarders and kind of be in that world. And his mom is not super supportive of him. She's a little bit, but not super supportive of what he's doing. And basically, though, he meets a group of these older kids, and he basically tells them, oh, I can shoot a video for you, and I can film a thing. So it's basically him going around with them trying to film like a skateboard video, not knowing even how to use the camera and all this stuff. It's really fun. It's basically this coming of age movie about him, and then, basically what he's going through and, his life and stuff. But it's a really, really good movie. Like I said, this one here is called Dee, and it has the making of on here as well. The other one here, this is from Universal as well. And this is one that I believe was like a Peacock originally. And it's a movie, and it came out a couple years back, I believe, or 1 or 2 years back. And it's a movie that's finally got a physical release, and it's called Genie, which stars Melissa McCarthy. And this is from Movie Zing as well, and from Universal. And basically, though, this is about this guy, and he kind of ends up basically unleashing, Miss McCarthy, who's a genie, and it's basically kind of about her helping him and like the kind of problems and things like that. A really fun movie. I always like these kind of like genie type films and stuff, and very, very fun movie here. Like I said, it's called Genie. The other one here, which is from Shout Studios, is and this is one that and this is also from Movie Zing as well, and I feel like I had seen this one years back when this first came out. And it's a movie here called Formosa Betrayed, and it stars James Van Der Beek. And I heard the news too about James Van Der Beek going through cancer, and hopefully everything goes well. I've been a fan of him forever. One of the movies I always remember was that the movie that he did in the college, the Rules of Attraction. Like, that was one of those movies I feel like probably one of his best, like, underrated movies and everything, though. But I hope everything goes okay. And like I said, I saw that, and it's like, that was just very, very sad. And he seems like a very, very nice guy. And like I said, followed him forever. So, but this is a really interesting movie. It was a different kind of, more of a thriller, and it's basically, though, about like him kind of there was like a murder that happened in Taiwan, and basically he basically has to go back to Taiwan, James Van Der Beek's character, to kind of get to the bottom of it and everything. But a really interesting thriller movie. Like I said, I remember seeing this one years back when it first came out. The other one here, this is one from MVD, and this is one that I had never seen before, which stars Katherine Heigl and Tom Sizemore, late Tom Sizemore, who I got to work with on a couple of films. And it's a movie here called Zizek's Road. And this is one of those things I always drive by when I'm going to Vegas, this road, that exit. And it's basically, there's nothing really on that road. It's sort of like going down to nothing. And basically, though, this is a really interesting kind of road movie with Katherine Heigl and Lee Grillo's character on the road. And basically, something had happened with Tom Sizemore, and they're kind of trying to get to the bottom of what had happened, and you kind of like if he's alive or dead and stuff like that. It's an interesting kind of movie. It kind of reminded me of U-Turn a little bit, kind of in that kind of style a little bit, but I totally did not remember this one. And it came out originally in 2007. That has on here, though, the 4K disc, which has a 4K restoration on here, supervised by the director on here, a new introduction on here by the director and Leo Grillo, as well as a commentary track. And then there's also feature-wise, commentary, archival interviews on here, shooting location then and now, featurette, music video on here as well. And the next one I got here is from Severin Films. This is a very cool collection here. This is the All the Haunts Be Ours. This is the complete folk horror collection here. Now, this is volume 2 of the collection. Really cool collection here. This is 13 discs, 24 international folk horror classics, 55 plus combined hours of special features on here, 250-page hardcover book on here as well. And I'm going to show you guys, though, a look at the set here and what movies are included. So here's how the set opens. So basically it opens up like this, and it kind of goes through what's on these ones, you know, feature-wise, like some of them include short films on them and trailers. So disc 1, To the Fire You Come at Last. Disc 2, The Enchanted, Who Fears the Devil. And then the other one on disc 3 is The White Redeemer, Edge of the Knife, Born of Fire, Ios Island Scales, Vengeful Spirit, Knack Knack on here, Sumblung, Saza the Queen of Black Magic, Beauty and the Beast on here, The Ninth Heart, Disc 9's The Demon, November. Very cool set, like I said, there, and the discs are all in here like this, so they kind of slide out. Latin, Blood, Tea, and Red String, Nazar the Cruel and the Wolf on here, from the Old Earth, and then the City of the Dead on here, on this one. And then the book here, I'll show you guys, though, a book. And I believe I remember seeing the first volume of this set available in Barnes & Noble. I'm pretty sure I remember seeing that one a little while back. But here's a book that's included in here as well. And then also in here is a little book too that talks about the movies that are included in here. It has like some poster artwork for them, information about them, you know, stills, stuff like that as well. But a really, really cool set here. This is from Severin Films. The other one here, this is from A Second Sight, and this is the 4K Ultra HD release here of Late Night with the Devil. And this movie is such a great movie, and it's like, it's all done kind of like it's a lost kind of live broadcast, and basically it's like a live broadcast of what happens this one night where they're doing like these interviews and stuff like that, and it seems it's done very authentic, to seem very much like a 70s TV show and stuff like that. And it had the way that it was shot, cutting with the cameras, all that stuff. And basically, though, it's kind of all this night why he has these guests come on, and then really weird things start to happen. Really, really cool movie. And it has on here, though, let's see, the feature-wise interview on here with the director. On here, an interview with actor Ian Bliss. We're going to make a horror movie. Interview with actor Ingrid Torell. Interview with Ryan Uri on here. Behind the scenes. The making of the Night Owl music video on here. South by Southwest Q&A is included on here as well. Now, the other ones here are all from Kino Lorber, and this is one that I remember this one years back. I remember, too, this is like, I think, Anchor Bay back, and they put out the DVD of this one. It's a movie that stars Susan George called Fright. This is kind of like her as this babysitter, and kind of like a almost like a Strangers type movie. But I remember really, really liking this one. And you know, and I've always been a fan of Susan George. Susan George is most known for Straw Dogs. And this one has on here a commentary track on here by film historian Howard S. Berger, interview on here with film historian Kim Newman, and a theatrical trailer on this one here as well. The other one here from Kino Lorber is one here called The Visitors. This is one I'm pretty sure I remember this one, seen this one a couple years back, like I think one of the older releases or something like that. I'm pretty sure, because it stars James Wood and Steve Railsback. And this one was from 1972, and it has a commentary track by film historians Kat Ellinger and Martin Conrino, and a theatrical trailer on this one. Now, this one here is from their cult line, Kino Cult. And they've been doing like re-releases and stuff of some of their and some of them for the first time ever they've been putting out. And this one here is called Baby Blood. And this one includes the 4K Ultra HD and the Blu-ray of the film. And this one was from 1990, this film. And this one has a commentary track by film historian Lee Gabin and film critic Jarrett Graham. And it includes both the French and English dubbed version of the film, and then the theatrical trailer as well. Now, this one was from Kino Lorber, and this is from their Greenwich line. It's a movie here called Coop. And this is interesting. This one stars Peter Skarsgård, and it's basically he's the chef that ends up going to this kind of mansion, this sort of big kind of like huge kind of mansion, and basically it's kind of, he kind of becomes the cook there, and there's just something weird about this place, and it's kind of like there's something weird about it. And basically, though, he ends up kind of like taking control of the place and like causing this weird uproar, and they have like a problem finding food. It's just a really weird, crazy movie, but interesting film here called Coop. The next ones here, now these ones are all from 88 Films. It's 3 different ones to let you guys know that were available. This is one here called the Faces of Love here. Just kind of covering this so no one says anything. And this one has on here what does it have on here? The Mandarin audio and English subtitles, still gallery, and reversible sleeve on this one. And then one here called the Kung Fu Instructor here. And this one is a limited edition, includes a slipcase from 17 and Oak, 4 collector's art cards, Mandarin English subtitles, trailer, steel gallery. I'll show you guys, though, a look inside there. The art cards, which are included in here too. The cards, which are included for the promo stills and everything too. And the other one here from 88 Films, and this is Kid from Kong Tung, I think. And this one has on here the 2.1 English mono, the Cantonese and English subtitles on here, still gallery, and a trailer on this one. And then the last one here, to let you guys know that was available, this one was from Indigo, and it's a movie here called Blue Christmas. And this one, this one has a commentary track by writer, director, and producer and editor, Q&A highlights from advanced theatrical screenings, and a documentary featuring Max Allen Collins as well in this one. But anyway, though, guys, that was all for the review portion of this video. And like I always say, if you guys enjoyed these videos, definitely give this video a thumbs up. Thanks again for watching and subscribing, and I'll see you guys later.